GB Racing, world-class motorcycle protection.
GB Racing, Sportsman and Elite 600, one of the premier classes of the Thundersport Championship, will come to the grid with, after qualifying, Alex Baker on pole position. Max Wadsworth will complete the middle of the front row, and Lee McLaughlin on the outside. Row 2, Ash Milburn, Dan Freer and the reigning champion Will Wyatt. The lights as we are about to go racing, and it is a good clean start from the front of the grid. Down towards Old Hall they come, and into Cascades for the first time, just nipping up the inside. That's Baker from Hodgson. Hodgson up from 7th on the grid, Dan Freer 3rd, Wadsworth 4th, and Ash Milburn completing the top 5. Into Hizzies, and no change, it is Baker from Hodgson as the rest of the front runners come through. Somebody just making a mistake on the pit wall, lots of signing and cheering going on, but Baker is missing our race leader, and that means Hodgson will now lead Dan Freer, as we see here, with Max Wadsworth in 3rd position, all in very close company as they go down through Hizzies. Hodgson, fantastic start to his season, and a little bit of a moment here for Andy Guy, the number 2 machine, as he tries to make the move on Arnie Shelton, but luckily keeps the bike pointing in the right direction and gets into the first part of the chicane. Across the line, Hodgson under pressure from Freer now. Wadsworth can do no more than just watch as he goes through. Down into Cascades and up the inside. Hodgson leaves the door a little bit open. Freer takes the running. Hodgson then still with a lot of work to do in that 2nd place. And as we look across, the 147 machine of Will Shaw goes through. He leads the Sportsman category and will in fact go on to take the victory. Freer, Hodgson, no change as they come down through Hizzies again. And if anything, Freer is opening in that gap at the front. Max Wadsworth unable to make any impression, and that's Ash Milburn goes down from around about 6th or 7th place. Ash Milburn walking away perfectly okay. Leaders though back across the line. The first 3 go through, and then we've got a bit of a gap before we get to another couple of trios. Some great racing going on down the field. Hodgson still there in 2nd place. Freer makes a little bit of a mistake there, just ran in a little deep on the 2nd part of the corner, and Freer will go up under the Oulton Park Bridge on his way to collect the checkered linen to take his first win of the day. Will Hodgson 2nd, and 3rd will be Max Wadsworth. Onto the podium, there is Dan Freer, and in the Sportsman, Will Shaw. The 2nd leg of GB Racing Sportsman and 600 Elites is on the grid, and already the lights go out, and we have a very smooth start from everybody at the front end. We go on board with Ben Tolliday as Kate Furway takes the back end of Tolliday, but down with him has gone Mike Hall and Thomas Burnett. Tolliday continues, but at the front end it's very much the race is on. As you can see, up the inside of Hodgson has gone Baker, but Hodgson's having none of that, and Max Wadsworth creeps through as well. Baker though takes the number 1 spot from Hodgson as they go across the line with Wadsworth and Freer in 4th. Further down the order, still sorting themselves out, but no doubt about it, at the front it is the 55 machine of Baker that leads them through, and Hodgson in the middle of the sandwich with Freer and Wadsworth in 4th position as they go almost nose to tail through the left-hander at Hizzies and on to complete another lap. Oh, and somebody takes the time. That's 147. That's Will Shaw out of it. So one of the favourites for the Sportsman has crashed out. Unfortunately, rider perfectly okay. Baker leads, but Freer has made the move now on Hodgson. Max Wadsworth can do nothing about it as they come down through Cascades. And again, we have a nice slow-mo of them coming down through Hizzies, the top 5 all together, and on their way up and over the hill towards the checkered flag. However, Hodgson will crash out on the final corner and not score any points in this double pointer. At the flag then, it's going to be Baker by a whisker from Freer and Wadsworth in third.
I threw it away in race 1 when I was in the lead, so determined not to make the same mistake, and yeah, I knew they wouldn't be far behind me, and yeah, the pressure has felt all the way through that, but I'm made up with the result.
Alex Baker takes the victory in the elites. Pete Riches will do the same in the Sportsman with Tom Collins and Lee McLaughlin. Championship points then for the 600. Hodgson still leads on 115 from Dan Freer on 97 and Max Wadsworth on 66. Pete Riches up into 4th on 62. For the Sportsman, it's Pete Riches that leads the championship, though more importantly on 120, Will Shaw on 93 and James Hind on 86.
GB Racing, world-class motorcycle protection.